Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on, why am I crooked? Sorry, folks. Bye, everybody. There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another WWE Fantasy Log. I am James Phoenix. I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. Joining me, as always, are Jeff and John.
Hello.
Welcome to the Kevin Owens Show.
There's apparently something mesmerizing just above John's camera.
What?
Anyway.
Okay, then.
Oh, he's going Festus.
Ring the bell.
There you go. Anyway, we're going to do what we always do. We're going to do some news. We're going to do some scoring and recapping. We're going to see what happens.
Yeah,
It's going to
we
be
would
good.
ring the bell if Google didn't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Google says no fun.
Pretty much. You are not incorrect. I don't think I need this window. Can I close this window out? I can close that window out. Good. Okay. So, let's start off with the news. Per the usual.
Indeed.
So let's see here. With that. Oh, shit. There we go. Stupid news is being annoying. Okay. So let's start off with
Yes,
Law-
it is. Oh,
let's start off with lawsuits.
dun dun dun.
Not the ongoing one you're thinking. We're going to cover that later. There's all Titus O'Neil.
I remember him.
Is being sued by a former WWE cameraman for $1.2 million.
Okay.
According to TMZ
Why?
Sports, O'Neil's facing a lawsuit from a former WWE cameraman.
Oh, yeah, this. Yeah. So, in the ongoing story of Titus O'Neil wants to fire himself, before you do the story, Jim, let's remind the viewers exactly what he's done up to this point in that ongoing saga.
Let's see. Touched Vince McMahon. What else?
Yeah.
Did
that
he
was
do
it.
something last week?
Posted a picture of two dudes that are supposed to be in a hated feud hanging out in Rome. Yes.
Oh, right. That, yeah.
Yeah, Roman and Braun just chilling in Rome in shorts and tank tops. Yeah. So that's two at least. So, apparently injuries sustained by the cameraman while filming an episode of the WWE Network original series Swerved.
Yep.
The cameraman is claiming that he suffered injuries after O'Neil kicked a camera out of his hand in response to being shocked as part of a prank on the program. The cameraman is seeking $1.2 million in damages for injuries suffered to his hands and fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And according to the official, I guess was it Finley or somebody said, whoever pulled him back, they said that they removed him from the premises because they were afraid of further injury to said cameraman or other people and things in the vicinity. In other words, they were afraid Dad of the Year would go apeshit, so they kicked him out the fucking building.
Yep.
So yeah, Titus isn't going to have a job much longer.
Now my question is exactly how did they swerve him that resulted in this?
Oh, the article you read didn't say this?
No, it just said that he was on Swerve.
You remember in season 1 of Swerved when they did the like mock TV interview thing and they would shock people via
The fucking chair. Oh,
They
Jesus.
did that to him and he fucking kicked the cameraman's camera and broke his hand.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, then.
Because apparently they went back and decided to do more of that for season 2, and apparently they chose him as a victim. And yeah, cameraman can no longer do his job for a short amount of time while his hand heals.
Oops.
One, it doesn't sound like $1.2 million worth of time. And two, let's be fair here. Is Titus really the bad guy? They fucking were like shocking him, and he gets mad at it. It's like, oh, you can't do that. No, fuck you. Don't do pranks. Don't do that bullshit. Fuck you guys.
I think part of the $1.2 million is also the equipment, because I'm fairly certain if he kicked it out of the guy's hand, he probably broke that entire camera.
I don't see the cameraman.
Yeah, but the cameraman wouldn't sue for WWE's property.
The reason he did
Oh,
1.2 is so he can go, I got $1 million. That's the only reason he did it. We know it.
Well, yeah, because he's got a number one, the medical bills for the hand, which is probably maybe $20,000 or $30,000 depending on insurance. Because remember, everybody that works at WWE is an independent contractor. They don't give those people health benefits.
Yep, not being able to work.
Yeah, not being able to lose any money he lost for salary and pain and suffering.
Yeah.
You know what? If he gets 1.2 million, I'll let Titus O'Neil fucking kick my hand and break it for 1.2 million.
Yeah, there you
Still
go.
a horseshit amount for that.
Well, speaking of people that are looking for money,
Virgil.
besides him.
Oh, okay.
So there's another lawsuit. This one against the WWE proper. And in this ongoing saga, this was brought up before, but we're updating this. You may remember last year that two former WWE talents, those being Marcus Buff Bagwell and Scott Raven Levy, filed a lawsuit saying that they were not being paid the royalties that they feel were owed to them in their contracts for WCW-related content sold or licensed through the WWE Network. The WWE first attempted to have the lawsuit rolled into the same one dealing with the concussion, but that was rejected, and most recently they sought to have the royalties lawsuit completely dropped. According to the decision rendered late last week, WWE has been denied this motion to dismiss the lawsuit and will pretty much go forward in full. There were two minor points in the suit that were dismissed as they seemed to be covered in the plaintiff's breach of contract claims, which neither Bagwell or Levy disputed.
Okay, then.
So he's going to have to go through the suit and prove that they do not owe Buff Bagwell and Raven royalties.
What about me? What about Raven?
Pretty much. That's basically where we're at.
I love trying to lump it in with the other, with the concussion one. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Wait, we can combine lawsuits? No. It's not a stackable debuff or something.
WWE has been debuffed. Debuff gains. Stackable lawsuit. Ching.
So moving on. Sorry. Several articles with details on this. We already know this isn't totally news, but we're going to mention it anyway. Speaking of people who suffered injuries, Braun Strowman. According to all the websites, Strowman suffered from a legitimate. It was, before WWE confirmed it was legitimate, an elbow injury that will keep him out of Extreme Rules in July and jeopardize his chances for Great Balls of Fire, which is still a pay-per-view name, just for the record.
Which I have to say, bullshit. It can't. His elbow can't be that injured if they allowed Roman Reigns to take it out of the sling and bash the crap out of it.
Don't they always do that though with people's injuries?
Yeah, kind of. That's like saying, "Oh, Seth Rollins, he can't be that bad because Triple H assaulted it with a sledgehammer."
But that was after his injury was healed, so no, he's not injured.
No, but they've done that on lots of people.
Yeah,
I assume that they're extra careful, and so because if it's injured off camera, if people get mad that they're like fans, if they're like, wait, Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns hung out off camera, what? If they can't comprehend that somebody got injured off camera, then they're like, oh, they'll put it on camera so there's a record of it. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have been going for a minor surgery on the elbow in the near future. 1 to 2 months he'll be out. Let's go to I have several articles in relation to this.
They're saying he'll be back by like SummerSlam, so yeah.
Paste. Let's see here. That was not. No. Go take that off there, you piece of junk. There we go.
So Jim, that's gonna probably severely hurt your.
Probably. His elbow injury is not deemed to be serious at this point. WWE will not know how long he'll be out of action until he actually undergoes the surgery, and doctors determine the extent of the injury. He's definitely out for the June Extreme Rules, and his participation at the July Great Balls of Fire, where he was expected to fight Brock Lesnar, apparently, is unknown.
Yeah.
He probably lucked out. That probably would have legitimately fucked up his elbow anyway.
As a result, WWE will be changing up their creative plans to the next pay-per-view, and that'll start to become clear. Seems the only storyline set in stone for June is Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe, with Miz and Dean facing each other last night on Raw instead of at the pay-per-view. It's possible everything at the top is going to be switched up with Strowman's injury.
So you think they're going to do a Dean versus Brock, champion versus champion match?
That'd be interesting.
Maybe for realsy this time.
Or if they're going to try, if they decide they want to try to face push Brock, which seems like maybe that is what they were going for, since apparently they were adamant that no, Braun Strowman is a heel. If they're really trying to face push Brock, they could have done it last night so they could put the Miz against Brock.
Yeah. So WWE seems to be internally planning for him to be Braun to be out until after the 7-9 Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view. He's been pulled off all house shows past that date. And Bray Wyatt has been removed from his scheduled matches against Finn Balor and elevated to main events against Roman Reigns moving forward.
So because Braun Strowman got injured, we got screwed out of a great feud and storyline for one that we've seen before that was complete garbage.
This is just for the house shows, not for the TV shows.
Oh.
This is just for the dark matches that happen to entertain the people off TV.
Oh, yes, because seeing that is really going to entertain the people at the live shows.
The schedule for this coming weekend's house show main event is Reigns and Rollins teaming up to take on Joe and Wyatt.
Reigns and... Oh, God. I feel sorry for Seth Rollins.
Bam, 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 bam.
I feel sorry for Seth Rollins. I really do. That's his career right there. It's over. He's not... I'm sorry. The minute he steps through that curtain and legitimately teams with Roman Reigns, his career will not recover from that.
It's off TV. He'll be fine.
But what if he turns on Reigns?
Then that's fine.
Instant recovery.
And yes, while that may be off TV, I put to you, the people who go to the live shows, a lot of them probably also go to the tapings, which means, yeah, it's not going to work. And also, a lot of those live show stuff now, they get put on YouTube. So it's not just off TV. It's going to be on YouTube too. People are going to see it. Yeah.
All right.
Doing that is a bad idea for Rollins.
Well, it is what it is.
I don't think Rollins can be like, nah. Pretty sure. They're like, hey, you're going to do this. And he's like, okay.
Yeah. All right. So WWE has confirmed, going into the next piece of news, we're going to talk pay-per-views. We've confirmed that No Mercy will take place on September 24th. It will be held in Los Angeles, California, at the Staples Center. Interesting to note is that this year's No Mercy will be a Raw branded event, whereas that pay-per-view was a SmackDown branded event in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
The rumored schedule for the remainder of the year, some unconfirmed, are as follows: Extreme Rules on June 4th in Baltimore, Maryland, for Monday Night Raw. Money in the Bank on June 18th in St. Louis, SmackDown brand. Great Balls of Fire on July 9th in Dallas, Texas, Raw brand. Battleground on July 24th in Philadelphia, PA, SmackDown brand. SummerSlam on August 20th in Brooklyn, dual brand. No Mercy on September 24th in LA for Raw. Clash of Champions on October 8th in Detroit for SmackDown. Hell in a Cell on October 22nd for Raw. Survivor Series on November 19th in Houston for both brands. And TLC in December in Boston for SmackDown.
You said Money in the Bank is a SmackDown one, right?
Correct.
And it's going to be in St. Louis this year?
You are correct, sir.
Am I the only one who could see them having Jinder Mahal beat Randy Orton at the next pay-per-view, win the title, and have Randy Orton enter Money in the Bank and win in his hometown?
It's possible.
Because, I mean, that's set, because it's a SmackDown pay-per-view exclusive, that's totally set up for Randy Orton just to walk out the hometown hero.
It is, but I do point out one problem, though.
What's that?
If you're going to put Orton in the Money in the Bank match, then who is Jinder actually going to be feuding and facing at that pay-per-view in a legitimate title match? Because AJ's feuding with KO.
Sami Zayn?
That could work. I'd buy that. Okay. Fair enough.
Although I would imagine he would more than likely be in that Money in the Bank match.
That would also make sense. Moving on. So, here's something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You ever think about what shows we need on the WWE Network?
Yeah, not the ones we have.
Here's an interesting one. You ever think what we need on the WWE Network is R-Truth?
An
No.
R-Truth cooking show. That's what I'd want.
No. Yes, but no.
No, an R-Truth science one where he tries to see if things will float, and it's called What's Up.
Yes.
Wouldn't that get him sued by Letterman?
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, no, what we're actually, apparently, according to a report from PW Insider, a pilot was very quietly filmed. In secret. They filmed the pilot. It's going to be supposedly hitting the WWE Network in late summer or early fall. And we don't have any details about what this show will involve. But R-Truth will, in fact, be hosting a game show.
WWE, that did not work for Doug Walker, and Doug Walker had a better host.
Doug Walker?
Remember, he tried to do that game show with fucking Cinema Snob.
No,
as the host?
I know the show. I'm saying the better host was Doug Walker.
Even Cinema Snob was the better host than R-Truth.
I don't know. Brad kind of did a piss poor job on that. I'm going to be honest. As much as I like Brad, that was a bad choice. Doug
Yeah,
was
but I think it might have been more the writing.
No, because the problem is it was the design of the show. Brad didn't fit that show. The problem is
fair enough.
Brad was not quick enough on the witty retorts to be able to keep the comedy going and keep the show lively enough. Doug is much quicker on the pickup for those sorts of things.
This is true.
But that's neither here nor there. Let's review that. Let's review that later. Anyway, so as R-Truth will be hosting a game show. We'll find out what it is.
What we need is season 2 of that fake wrestling promotion.
Well, good luck. Your play-by-play commentator is too busy making movies. Lance Catamaran ain't around, buddy.
Yeah, well, he can be replaced.
And also, I don't think Cheddarson is going to show up because he's a little too busy winning the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Yeah, well.
Cheddarfield, not Cheddarson, sorry. And I don't think you're going to end up with Clint Bobsky because he ain't employed at that company right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Just get a Chet Bobsky impersonator, like
a Clint Bobsky impersonator, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, then it'll be just like a real promotion. People come, people go. People can be replaced.
Yeah, but he wouldn't go. His uncle owns a station.
He got in a car accident.
No, he would go. They could just say that his idol was Shane McMahon.
That doesn't make sense.
He can just pull a Shane McMahon and be like, no, I'm done here.
He could, but that'd be weird. Anyway, if I can get back into what I'm doing here, we got shit to do. Mm-hmm. It's late.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about what's probably the biggest and most important news of the week.
Okay.
Real quick, because we do need to address this. It's nice to have happy news on the show for a change, don't you think? So, Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella had a baby this week.
Yeah, it's a baby girl.
Indeed, a baby girl, Birdie Joe Danielson, came into the world on Tuesday, May 9th at 11:58 p.m. at 8 pounds, 10 ounces, and 21 inches.
Birdie.
And I quote Brie, "There is no better feeling in the world than meeting your daughter. I can't even express the overwhelming joy and love that Brian and I are feeling. Now we know what parents mean about the love you feel when you first meet your child. Thank you for all your thoughts and prayers on the safety of Birdie coming into the world." Now, congratulations to the Danielson family. Applause.
Indeed.
Wonderful.
I can't wait until she's in Street Fighter 5.
I don't get it.
There's a character named Birdie.
Ah, nice. See, I'm more obscure. I would have gone with a Ronald McDonald Land joke.
There you go.
No, we don't want to scar the poor girl.
What is Grimace? I don't know if I want to know.
He's a purple chicken McNugget.
I know. Like, how long was he left out? It's like a purple thing. Like, is he rotten? Is he just like, what the fuck? Mayor McCheese, you're like, okay. He's got a hamburger for a head. They're like the Fry Kids. I don't even think they have them anymore. You're like, okay. Grimace, what?
Well, I don't know. Originally, the Grimace was a villain, and then they turned him good.
He's Vegeta.
Kind of, yeah.
Grimace is the hype.
Pretty much. Fun fact, among Grimace's voice actors, Frank Welker and Kevin Michael Richardson, by the way.
Nice.
Nice.
But yeah, he was originally the evil Grimace, and his job was to steal milkshakes, apparently. Then he was revised to be a good guy later. He originally had 4 arms, and they reduced him to 2 and made him a good guy.
Okay, then.
We'll talk about that later. Oh, I have a really old Ronald McDonald Land VHS tape we should review. Yes! Later.
Oh, no.
Ronald McDonald on Treasure Island. It's awesome.
Oh, no.
Anyway, let's go to the final thing that we always have to talk about week in and week out. Are you ready, John?
I'm ready.
It's time for the weekly appeal to the 7 deities.
Yes.
Time to fuck that owl.
Fuck that, Al. So, in terms of the Hardys using the broken gimmick, WWE's plan is to outright buy the rights to the trademark from Anthem instead of paying Anthem ongoing royalties. We kind of knew this. WWE appears to be confident a settlement will be reached very soon, which is why they're going forward with the teases. Somebody tweeted at Matt asking if that was saying basically over the war of the trademark. Matt said it's the fans who are going to lose, saying shows they do not care about the fans. At Ed Nordholm wants to keep my creation, the hashtag Broken Universe, hostage from fans who wish to see it. Following up on this. Matt and Rebby were online earlier in the week, and they people were asking regarding the trademarks being filed by Impact Wrestling. According to a report at PW Insider, Impact Wrestling apparently filed for the broken trademarks back in January, even though the trademark office website lists it as being in April. The site adds that Impact personnel are said to be upset at the coverage the story is getting, feeling that it is biased toward the Hardys. Matt took to Twitter to refute those reports that the company filed trademarks before he did. Rebby initially reported, if that were true, they would have gone through the patent office long before mine did. Don't buy bullshit reports from quote-unquote source Jeff Jarrett. Matt Hardy followed up with, the days of working quote-unquote figures and statistics, aka lying, in this industry are over. Especially government documented records.
I like, we're going to try to screw them out of the trademark. That, let's be fair, Matt Hardy made. I don't know all the contract situation, but it's pretty clear that he at least made them, and they're like, "Oh, let's take it." And it's like, "Why is this getting so much coverage?" It's biased toward the people that made it. Well, yeah, because you're looking like the fucking villain here. It's not my fault. That's not the newspaper's fault. That's not the Hardys' fault. It's fucking your fault.
What's a newspaper?
It's one of those things that you roll up and hit flies with it, or a
dog in the
corner. Bad Impact, bad.
Or you hit owls with it.
Maybe they're kind of high up though. Usually,
yeah, they're hard to reach.
Not unless they have mail taped to their legs.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently the whole filing for the trademark thing was because for all intents and purposes, agreements have been reached between like Impact and WWE. But what WWE is interested in is their library and stuff and trademarks, so that they can, actually show a lot of the TNA stuff of the superstars they have, like AJ Styles and stuff. And so the Hardy thing was like part of that agreement, but Impact can't sell that to WWE if they don't own the rights to it, because they need the trademark to be able to sell the trademark.
Mm-hmm.
And so WWE basically said, look, you acquire the trademark, you sell it to us, lock, stock, and barrel. You own none of it. We will buy it off you with everything else.
Right, but they're not going to be able to do that if Matt already owns the trademark.
Right.
And if Matt already owns the trademark, then why is this a problem?
Because WWE wants to own the trademark.
Well, tough shit. They don't own the trademark. If they want to make money off of Matt's gimmick, Matt will do the gimmick on their TV, and they will make oodles of money off it. But they have to accept that they're not going to own it. It's going to be a boogeyman situation, and they're going to have to accept that.
But that's not going to happen until Vince is 6 feet under.
Like I said, it happened with the boogeyman. It's happened before. Marty owns the boogeyman lock, stock, and barrel. He owned it before he gave it to WWE. He owns it now. He runs it on the indie circuit.
Yeah, but I think the only reason the boogeyman even ever existed in WWE is because WWE had to use him and that gimmick to keep themselves from looking bad.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Hardy Boys, they don't necessarily have to do that.
No, but Vince sees how much money he can make off that gimmick. There's no reason for him not to let Matt run with it. As long as he's on contract with Matt that says, I'm going to keep such and such portion of merchandise sales and other money made off of this gimmick, and Matt agrees to that.
Maybe, but does Matt own it yet? Own the trademarks for all that stuff yet?
Well, like I said, nothing has come through the office yet from the trademarks as far as I know.
And I also put to you, didn't they only apply for the trademark for Broken Matt Hardy? They didn't actually apply for the trademarks for the universe? Or did they?
I'm not sure. I know Broken Matt Hardy at least. I don't know about the rest.
Yeah, there was a few. I don't remember what they were offhand, though.
Yeah. We'll have to see. Anyway, that is the news. Let's move on to the scoring, as we were wont to do. See if we can get this done. All right. We're going to open up with Monday Night Raw. And we're going to be a little bit different this week.
What, John's going to do the scoring?
No. Well, yes, but no. Let me fire up the... First, let me recap the scores real quick here. Present to everyone. Okay. As you can see, Team Extreme is still holding the lead at 23-13, followed by the Certified Valor Club at 2068, and Team Apocalypse at 1508. Now, all of tonight's recaps and scoring have come from CageSideSeats.com. Unfortunately, Raja's recaps were rather minimal, as they tend to be during weeks in which WWE pre-tapes the events because they're in the UK, which was this week's situation. Normally when that happens, the recaps jump on Raja are a bit lackluster in detail, so I chose to go to Cage Side Seats for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be looking at those tonight. Let's go to the leaderboards first. Boom. Top of the leaderboards is the United States champion and the new face of America, Kevin Owens, at 226, followed by the Raw Women's champion, Alexa Bliss, at 188. Just ahead of Jeff Hardy, one half the Raw Tag Team Champions, at 182. TJ Perkins at 175, followed by Chris Jericho at 171. Double A Austin Aries at 168, followed by Finn Balor at 153, tied with Matt Hardy, other half of the Raw Tag Champs, followed by Seth freaking Rollins at 148, and rounding out the top 10 is, but probably not for very long, is the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman.
That's the last time he'll ever be there. Well, no, he might be there at the end of this week just because he did have a main event match, but after that, that'll be the last time he'll be in the top 10.
He didn't have a main event match.
Yeah, he did, with Roman Reigns. Wasn't that main event?
That wasn't even a match.
Wasn't that this week where they just did that to write him off TV?
Yes, that wasn't a match.
I thought it was an actual match.
No, the match was Strowman versus Kalisto. He beat the shit out of Kalisto, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
Roman
that's
came in and
right.
punched him in the face and he got DQ'd, and then they just beat the crap out of each other.
That's right. I forgot about Kalisto. I did like Kalisto's outfit, though, but we'll get to that.
Yes. Find a picture of it. We can put it up on the share.
Yes, boss.
Anyway, let's go ahead and kick off the Monday Night Raw. Let me go ahead and throw these guys back in alphabetical order. All right. To the recap. And beyond. Yeah, there we go. All right, Monday Night Raw, May 8th, 2017. We're in the UK this week for all of our programming. Specifically, it's all coming from the O2 Arena in London. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna open up tonight's program. Let's see where we're going. All right. The show opens with Dean Ambrose in the backstage area. He is walking through the backstage area when his cell phone rings. He pulls out and answers it, and it's Kurt Angle. He asks if he got the pics he sent, but it turns out that Kurt Angle's wife opened that message instead. Kurt says something to Dean, and Dean asks if he's serious. He says, I thought you never ask, before saying he's got a great idea for the name of the next pay-per-view. The call appears to drop, so Dean goes and flags down a member of the crew and tells the crew member to go hit his music because he's got an announcement to make. Dean's music hits and he comes to the ring. Anyway. So Dean gets into the ring, greets the London crowd, and he says that unfortunately, per that phone call, Kurt Angle is not going to be here tonight. Apparently his dog is sick or something. And people boo that. It's like, come on, you can't boo a sick dog.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, you didn't know?
Anyway, so he explains that Angle knows a trustworthy person when he sees one, and that per the phone call, Kurt Angle has made Dean Ambrose the general manager for the night. And he said, so this is his show, and this isn't a show about talking. It's a show about action. Before Dean can get any further, he is interrupted by The Miz. Flanked, as always, by Maurice. Miz comes out and asks the crowd if they approve of Dean being the general manager, which they do. And he says, no, Raw will be absolute and total chaos tonight. And they'd be better off picking names out of a hat at random to make matches than have you. Dean says, actually, I have a very detailed plan for an action-packed episode of Raw, and Miz is actually going to be in the very first match of the evening. However, Miz says he hates to take the wind out of Dean's sails, as it were, but he has a news flash for him, because while he was backstage, he got a phone call from Stephanie McMahon, who heard about Angle's announcement and said that if she was of the opinion that if Dean ran the show, it may well have been the last episode of Monday Night Raw ever. So, in order to counteract that potential catastrophe, she has named The Miz as co-general manager for the evening. Miz tries to say that the average general manager that is awesome, but Dean cuts him off. He tells him to enjoy it for now because in Extreme Rules, he's going to put a beating on him and walk away as champion. Miz reminds him that he beat Seth freaking Rollins and Finn Balor to become the number one contender in the same match. You really want to be Jericho, don't you, Miz? Anyway.
He wants to be everyone but himself.
Pretty much.
Daniel Bryan in the ring, he wants to be Jericho on the mic.
Anyway, Ambrose is proud to congratulate him, and in a show of sportsmanship offers a handshake. Miz contemplates it for a second, drawing Maurice close as he reaches out. They are interrupted by Braun Strowman. He marches his way to the ring, arm in a sling. And there's a preemptive thank you Strowman chant saying he doesn't care who's in charge. He's going to get what he wants. He took the big dog out of Payback, but as long as Roman Reigns can still walk, he's not finished. So you call Kurt, you call Stephanie, and you tell them that when my arm is healed, I'm going to end Roman Reigns. And when I'm finished with him, I want Brock Lesnar. He says a lot of people were talking about Brock last week, but he's the first person to tell him what he thinks of him. He'll be the first. Braun is cut off by Kalisto. He comes out saying Braun might not be done with Roman, but he ain't done with Braun. He refreshes Braun's memory, reminds him that he beat him in a dumpster match, and Braun couldn't take it like a man. He almost ended his career and doesn't care how big and strong he is. Nobody treats him like garbage, and he requests that Dean book them in a match tonight. Braun says Kalisto won on a technicality, and he crushed him like an empty beer can, and he'll be happy to do it again. Hell, he could beat him with one arm, which he'll have to. Dean makes the match. Braun complains, but Ambrose says it's done and walks away. Miz congratulates Ambrose, saying in 10 minutes as GM, he ended Kalisto's career and suggests a variety of fun and ultra-violent match variations for Dean to book on top of it. Dean then reminds Miz that he's in the first match of the night, and that it's against Finn Balor. He then takes his leave. Promo points to all those people.
Indeed. I can't find any images of Kalisto from that night.
Type in Kalisto Raw and the date.
I did.
Do it
Like,
again.
WWE doesn't even acknowledge that it was a Kalisto match. It just says Roman Reigns attacked Braun Strowman, featured superstars Kalisto. So Kalisto wasn't even in a match. He was just featured in a Roman Reigns beatdown on Braun Strowman, according to WWE.
Well, the bell rang. It was a match. Anyway.
Well, not according to WWE.
Well, I don't know.
Like, they don't even mention in the results that there was a match.
Wow.
Did you look right? Was it mentioned right before that?
Whoa.
No, because before that was the Alexa Bliss thing.
Ah.
Yeah, but like even WWE just completely overlooked Kalisto. All they care about is Roman Reigns.
71 from Maurice. Braun Strowman.
Reigns vision.
Pretty much.
50. And Kalisto. 46. Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Through the image guy. There it is.
All right, hold on to that for when we get there. Excuse me. So our opening match is Finn Balor versus The Miz. Miz bails and cautiously gets back in. They beat each other up as expected. They go back and forth until Finn catches Miz with a kick. Miz falls to the apron and gets knocked outside. Penalty kick. Miz gets rolled back in but begs off and throws Finn Balor into referee Rod Zapata while Maurice is running interference on the outside, distracting him. Miz rolls outside and grabs the mic from the timekeeper, saying that as GM, he cannot allow Finn to put his hands on a referee, and orders the referee to disqualify Finn Balor immediately.
Wow.
And ring the bell. Was that a wow?
Yeah.
Well, luckily, Miz isn't solely in charge tonight because Dean Ambrose immediately comes down and counteracts this. Says, no, the match isn't going to end like that. We don't do disqualifications here. Number one, I'm restarting the match. Number two, Maurice is banned from ringside. Miz is really pissed off about this, but the bell rings. He gets blindsided by Balor, who throws him back in the ring. Sling blade, drop kick, coup de grace, pinfall.
Wow.
Pretty much.
So Finn Balor gets the win for this match. I'll throw Maurice some accompaniment points.
You do that.
I will do that.
You will do that.
I will do that.
No, it's would you kindly.
Ah. Anyway, so Maurice accompaniment is going to go to 76. The Miz competed in the match. He's going to get 5 points for competing in this match. And move-wise, let's see here. Miz has 1 move point, so Miz is going to get 6 points for competing in this match. I'm going to put Miz at 120, even. Finn Balor competed in the match. He won it, so he'll get 20 points for that. He'll get 5 for competing, is 25. And he'll get a total of 7 move points, is 32 points to Finn Balor. 32 points to Finn Balor. Where the hell is it? Here we go. 3, where that puts him at 185. There we go. All right. So following the match, we cut backstage to Alexa Bliss in the locker room. She is approached by Nia Jax, who points out that last week Alexa went at everybody in the locker room but her. Why? Alexa says she has no idea what she's talking about and tries to back off, but Nia doubles down and asks if she meant it when she said she was great. Bliss says of course she did, and Jax tries to parlay this into a title match. Alexa says nobody deserves a match more than Nia, but she doesn't make the matches. Kurt does. He's not here tonight, but when he's back, she'll definitely go talk to him about it. And Nia approves of this. It says that until she does, she just got a new best friend. Alexa agrees, and they head out. Alexa and Nia get promo points.
Yay.
That's 193 on Alexa. And Nia Jax. Yay. 74. All right. We go to a commercial and we come back to a one-on-one match between Alexa Bliss and Mickie James, who respectively have Nia Jax and Bayley in their corners. So they have a back and forth match. About as you might expect. We get near the end of it. And, of course, the two outside end up, Nia tries to interfere, and Bayley crossbodies her to take her out of the picture. And the match ends as Mickie goes to the top. Bayley takes Nia out with that crossbody. Alexa takes advantage of the brief distraction and yanks Mickie James down from the corner, and then lateral presses her into a pinfall. After the match, Bliss throws some mounted punches. Bayley makes a save and runs her off. Jax gets in the ring to flatten Mickie James with a body avalanche and an elbow drop. So, Mickie James competed in this match. She had 5 moves. So that's going to be 5 for competing and 5 moves is 10 points to Mickie. 32. We're going to get accompaniment points for Bayley and Nia. Nia at 79. Bayley at 64.
Should Nia not also get post-match assault?
I'm getting there.
I'm just making sure because you just kind of skipped over Nia and just only gave her the accompaniment.
I'm going to go back and do the after-match part separately. Calm down. Anyway, Alexa wins the match. She gets 20 points and 5 for competing. She had no moves, so 25 to Alexa.
Yay.
Evan would be 120. That puts her at 218.
Okay, then.
Meanwhile, Alexa gets out of match assault for continuing to beat up Mickie James after the match. That's 222. Save us, 222. And then Nia gets an out-of-match assault plus the avalanche and the elbow drops. That's 2 finishers for Nia, so that's 6 points to Nia.
Well, 222 certainly saved me.
Yep. That's 85. And Bayley attacked Alexa to drive her off, so that's 4 for Bayley. All right. So, following this whole thing, We cut to the backstage area where Ambrose is talking to a random crew member about his plans for the evening's program while holding a clipboard on which he is showing off said plans. Miz rolls up and yells at him. And Dean says, hey, he runs a clean ship, and then Miz accuses him of not showering in a week. Ambrose says he has a shower in his room. But anyway, Dean's got the whole show booked and already ready to go, so Miz can just go home. Miz complains that he had a special Miz TV segment booked with one of the guys from One Direction, but Ambrose tells him it's canceled. Ambrose says Ambrose reminds him that he'll take on anybody anywhere if Miz has a problem, so Miz books Dean in a main event match against Bray Wyatt before skulking off. Yanking Dean's clipboard and taking it with him. So that's promo to Miz and Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Wait, no, that's Dolph Ziggler. How about Dean Ambrose? Not that they're not going to the same team, but all right. So that's 6. And 125.
Yep.
Should Dean and Miz get extra points for being the being the authority figures of the night? What does that get you?
Nothing. We don't usually do authority.
What do you think, John?
No,
I tried to give you 3 points.
I know. But technically, then we'd have to classify them as authority figures, and they would get 0.
Yeah. So we're already giving them promo points for authority stuff. I think that's
Yeah.
enough.
Fair enough. I'll give you that.
Yeah, the most I could probably argue is OMG as either of those two being in charge of anything.
Anyway, we go to commercial and come back to Samoa Joe being interviewed in the back.
Joe is gonna kill you.
He takes issue with the idea of them talking about Rollins in an Intercontinental Championship match, or with him costing Rollins an Intercontinental Championship match. And he prefers to talk about Payback, where Rollins only barely escaped him, saying that Rollins wants to challenge Brock. That's not how it works. See, Seth now lives his life on Joe's terms, and Joe's about to turn up the volume. He'll hear every creak and snap of his joints and ligaments, because his lift is going to get very loud. Rollins then blindsides him, and they beat the shit out of each other down the hallway. Joe throws Rollins into a nearby road case, and Seth hits him with a tiny ladder in return. Referees Jamie Noble, Fit Finlay, and 5-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion Adam Pearce come in and break them up. I don't know who that last dude is, but he sounds important, so I read that whole thing. So, assault points to Joe and Rollins. And Rollins gets weapons for using the ladder.
And promo points to Joe for the interview.
Yes. So, Samoa Joe gets 5 points for an interview. 4 for the assault is 9 points to Joe. Puts him at 86. And then Rollins is going to get 4 for the assault. 1 for the weapon is 5.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right, moving along. Where am I? Oh, here we go. So cut out to the ring for Braun Strowman versus Kalisto.
Indeed.
Braun opens up on the mic saying Dean Ambrose is supposed to be co-GM tonight, but as far as he's concerned, he can shove it, and he's not accepting this match because Roman Reigns is a pathetic coward that won't face him man to man.
And because I'm injured.
No.
As he kept repeating.
Mm.
He kept saying that. Like, don't you get it? I'm injured.
Mm.
Did you want me to show the image?
Yes. Throw it up.
I will if Google cooperates with me. Oh, it's down there. Let's see. Yep. That's a front shot of Kalisto. Yeah, not the most flattering pose, but I think the outfit looks cool. I don't know what he's got here on his shoulders, but
he looks like a Turbo movie Piranhatron.
I think his mask is supposed to be more Darth Maul, but okay. I'm not sure what this looks like, but if you look at this image where he's just standing there, I think it looks pretty badass, personally.
Okay, that looks a little more badass when I can see the whole mask, yes.
Yeah.
I will give you that. That looks
and,
a
like,
little more
jacket
badass.
and stuff, yeah.
That's not bad.
Like I said, I think it's supposed to be like Darth Maul inspired.
Why
Again,
was the dumpster at ringside?
this might have been a different match, but it's the same outfit.
I said you put up the dumpster match shot. Okay.
It was the only image I could find of the outfit. But I'm
Fair
not
enough.
sure what the again what these things on his pauldrons are, but there's obviously a dragon here on his jacket.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like his new ring gear. I think it looks pretty damn cool.
That is cool.
What do you think, John?
Does look kind of cool. Second shot is way better.
Yeah, I just did the first shot here just because I wanted to show you what the outfit actually looked like. Because here you can actually see the outfit better.
On his pauldrons, it looks like little demon faces.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Or
little
dragon
faces.
faces, one of the two.
Fair enough. But yeah, and I like his arm things or his hand wraps. I think those look cool. Anyway, yeah, that's Kalisto. I'm kind of sad they've kind of like jobbed him out because I like Kalisto. I always thought he was kind of cool. And I like the fact they got rid of the tail and made him more of a Rey Mysterio type. I think that works better.
I can agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Indeed.
So, the bell rings anyway, and Strowman boots Kalisto in the face. Running kick to the ribs, stomps in the corner into a choke, and then Roman Reigns comes down.
Completely no-selling his injury.
Yeah, the referee tries to wave him off, but he gets in the ring and squares off with the monster among men. Roman boots him, and I guess Braun wins by disqualification. So, Kalisto didn't do shit all, so Kalisto's just going to get 5 points for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
He's on Raw now. Put him in the Cruiserweight division, for God's sake.
Right?
They need fresh people. They've got all of, like... It's like it's 205 Live because 5 is the number of guys they have on the show.
They don't want the established superstars to overshadow the people on 205 Live. Hence why they put Neville on it.
Neville was established.
That's the joke.
Fair. Oh, I should probably put the thing back up on the screen, huh? That would probably help.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Do it.
But yeah, no, Kalisto should definitely be on 205 Live. It's not like they're using Grand Metalik. They might as well have at least one luchador that can actually do shit.
They had Lindsay Dorado on there last week.
Again, they should at least have one luchador on there that can actually do shit.
Burn.
I'm sorry, when was the last time Lindsay Dorado actually won a match?
Yeah.
When was the last time Lindsay Dorado actually looked credible? I mean, despite the fact that Kalisto doesn't win many matches, he at least still looks credible.
All right, so Braun Strowman is going to get win by disqualification points. It was an unintentional DQ win, so he gets 0 points for that, but he will get 5 points for competing in the match.
Same
he-
amount of
and he will
points
get one-
as
and he
the Munchkin he beat up.
Yep. 9-1-5. Then we're going to go into the assault. He's going to get back down here. So Braun has one more point for a move done during the assault, so we'll throw Braun one more. Roman Reigns is going to get an interference, 6 points on an interference. And then Roman had 4 moves because he had the boot and then 3 Superman punches.
Mm-hmm.
So Roman gets 4 for the assault, 4 for the punches, is 8. And 6 for the interference. That's 14 points Roman.
Does he then get a minus 50% to his point gain for completely no selling his fucking injury, despite the fact he came out fucking wrapped up like a fucking zombie?
Normally I would say yes, but Rick needs the points. All right. So,
Like, I'm sorry, but people have complained a lot about how Triple H no sells injuries. I'm sorry, no one touches Roman when it comes to no selling injuries. What the fuck?
yeah, but Roman still is only pretender to the crown.
Yeah, well,
Didn't Charlotte do it though, like a week or 2 ago?
Charlotte on
Charlotte did,
occasion,
but
yeah.
she sold the injury down to the ring. Roman didn't even do that. He literally ran to the fucking ring and Superman punched him.
He did. But
Triple H did.
Yeah.
He's like at Ultimate Warrior levels of no selling shit right now.
No, nobody is at Ultimate
Yeah,
Warrior
that's-
levels of no selling shit. No.
Yeah.
He didn't take a running power slam from Braun and then immediately jump up and get in his face.
Came pretty damn close.
Close is no cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at least at Triple H levels, if not worse than Triple H.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he beat him? And then he took that power.
Yeah.
Now, what is he, Mega Man?
Yeah.
Took Triple H's power to no sell and Undertaker's power to main event matches he shouldn't be main eventing.
Yeah.
Yes. But let's be honest, even if you had Ultimate Warrior levels of no selling, you still wouldn't be anywhere in the ballpark of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No person can contain all that douche.
Yeah. Anyway, so after Braun Strowman gets assaulted into some ring posts and shit and retreats through the crowd, we cut to the backstage area where R-Truth is hanging out listening to his music on his phone. Goldust comes in and asks him if he's ready. Truth says he is and tries to go back to his music, but Gus says, I want to talk to you, man. Come on. And he says, he doesn't enjoy teaming with you, but what Angle said about our win-loss record last week, I mean, that hurt. And you know what? We need to prove that we can still do this. I know what I can do, and I know what you can do. And we're going to prove that the Hardys aren't the only ones that can turn back the clock.
Well, you failed. Have fun with that.
Strowman treated us like roadkill. We're going to go out. We're going to prove what we can do. We're going to go shock. And Truth's like, yeah, let's go shock the world. Which, by the way, for the record, if you're paying attention to WWE in recent years, that line is the surefire translation of "We are not winning this match."
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because last time that line came out was when Big Cass was in a fatal 4-way for the title.
I'm going to be honest, I kind of hated the tag team match.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Because they did it wrong.
First, let me give promo points to Goldust and R-Truth.
Yes, please do.
What the hell's Goldust? Here he is. That's 18. R-Truth is down here somewhere. Where the hell is he? Here we go. That's 5 points to Truth. That's 18 for him. Okay. So we'll go to a commercial and come back for the tag team turmoil match.
Yeah, and this match is just proof that SmackDown is the better show. And this right here basically defines the difference between SmackDown and Raw, in my opinion. because with the SmackDown Tag Division, you had the complete out of nowhere ballsy shock of Breezango winning #1 contendership. Whereas with Raw, you basically knew Sheamus and Cesaro were going to win. And it's like, okay, so to the shock of nobody, status quo. So it's like, you know, it's almost like SmackDown is old WWE, where Vince is like, anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation. It's like, yes, and anything can happen on SmackDown. Nothing can happen on Raw because it's all about the status quo.
Don't misquote. That's not Vince's line. It's JR's.
Oh, okay. I thought he said it way back in the day. I didn't fucking watch it back in the 80s.
Neither did I. But that sound clip of JR's played at the beginning of, during the little copyright text crawl of how many WWE games, John?
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But either way, that just goes to prove that SmackDown is the superior show, because we know nothing can happen on Raw. If it's the status quo, that's what Raw's going to go with, because there's like no fucking surprises, and that's what makes Raw such a shitty show. Is they refuse to like be ballsy and pull any surprises. The only surprise that I've seen really on Raw in the last like year was Alexa Bliss winning the title. Well, that and the Hardys, but that was more of a WrestleMania surprise as opposed to Raw. But like Alexa Bliss winning the title, like nobody saw that one coming, really.
I was surprised when Braun Strowman flipped an ambulance over.
Yeah. I will say I was legitimately surprised when they basically fed Roman Reigns to Braun Strowman. I was like, well, I didn't think they would do that.
I was surprised when Kalisto won the dumpster match.
I wasn't.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so I hated this match. Like, it was a boring ass match because you knew what was going to happen, and just when it shouldn't have, especially with fucking Cesaro being in there from the beginning. It's like there's no way in fucking hell they should have won that match, but you knew it was going to happen, and it's like, oh, fuck this match.
Pretty much. So, Tag Team Turmoil, Enzo and Cass come out first, and they do a promo. Promo to Enzo and Cass.
Is it a promo, or is it just the thing they do every match?
No, it was a full promo.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Enzo made at least 3 separate poop jokes.
Fair enough.
That's 5. Whoa. 7. Big Cass. 5. Is 90 for him. All right. So with Tag Team Turmoil, basically, 2 teams will start. When a team is beaten, another team will come in. Thus will continue until only one team is left standing. I gotta buy that WWE rule book. Anyway. So Big Cass and Enzo start off against Cesaro. They run back and forth. Enzo gets beat up. Cass comes back strong. And everything ends when Enzo manages to enziguri Cesaro and go for a tag, but Big Cass gets pulled off the apron by Sheamus. Enzo then eats a uppercut to the back of the neck and taps out to a sharpshooter. So Enzo and Cass are eliminated. And I guess this would constitute a specialty match, wouldn't it?
Yep.
All right, let's go with the base then. Base is 5 for competing and 3 for a specialty. It's going to go ahead and be 8 for your base on this. So Enzo gets 8 plus 1 move is 9 for Enzo Amore. Yeah. Which is 76. And then the standard 8 plus 3 moves for Big Cass, which is 11 for Cass. Puts him at 101. All right. Moving along. And Beauty and the Man Beast are up next as Rhino and Heath come out to the ring. Sheamus and Cesaro waste little time meeting them on the entrance ramp as they brawl. They throw Rhino into the steps and beat the crap out of him outside the ring. They drop Heath on the barricade for uppercuts before rolling him back in. Beat Slater up for a while, and inevitably he manages to lay Cesaro out with a leg lariat, but Rhino's not there for a tag. Sheamus tags in, diving lariat. Rhino was knocked off the apron. There's a reverse chin lock. Still no one for Heath to tag. Cesaro and Sheamus do a quick tag, and Heath eats a brogue kick for an elimination.
Yeah, this was complete bullshit because I'm supposed to buy that one attack on fucking Rhino lays him out for the entire duration of the fucking match. No! Fucking Rhino from ECW, and I'm supposed to believe he's going to be out the entire match. I'm like, fuck you, at least let him wrestle.
Well, he got back on the apron, and then they knocked him down again.
Yeah, but I'm still not buying that he was that injured, especially when you could clearly see on the fucking screen in the corner, like lower right-hand corner, when fucking Heath is like looking for the tag and stuff. You see Rhino sitting there perfectly fucking fine, just hanging out on the apron and watching the match. Like, no, I'm sorry. Number one, you plainly see that. Number two, it's fucking Rhino. No one buys that fucking Rhino would get laid out like that.
Well, he did.
Fucking retarded match.
Anyway, Rhino did nothing, and Heath also did nothing. So, therefore, Heath and Rhino, we're going to get 5. Thank you for showing up. Actually, 8. Sorry. Especially 8. Thank you for showing up points. And the Man Beast. Okay. And that reminds me, by the way, that was Sheamus. Elimination points, I suppose.
Yes.
So Cesaro
All elimination points go to Cesaro, so just hang on till the end.
I know, I'm just going to note them for each one of them that got them. So.
Oh, okay.
Cesaro got eliminated the first team event to win cast, so he'll get 3 for that, puts him at 100. Sheamus eliminated the second team of Beauty and the Man Beast, so he will get 3 for that. All right. So after that elimination, the club enter next. Throw to a commercial and come back, and these two teams beat each other up. We come near the end as all 4 men trade some moves. Anderson runs into a tilt-a-whirl slam. Gallows hits a boot. Cesaro hits a springboard uppercut, and Anderson catches him with a spine buster. Everybody's out. Sheamus goes for a white noise. No good. There's another commercial. We come back, and Club hit a double-team maneuver. Only gets a near fall. They try to go for the Magic Killer, but Cesaro saves Sheamus. Clotheslines Anderson out of the ring. And Luke Gallows eats a brogue kick for an elimination. So Sheamus gets another elimination point. So 91. And then Gallows and Anderson. Luke Gallows had 1 point, so he'll get 9 for the match. He has 93. And then Carl Anderson had 3 move points, so he'll get 8, 9, 10, 11 to Carl Anderson, which puts him at 85. Okay. The final team are the Golden Truth. They managed to isolate Sheamus with the double team Russian leg sweep and assault him in the corner, tagging in and out, trying to keep him isolated in that corner, but It doesn't work. He manages to get out with an elbow drop and a leg scissor, and with a few punches and tags to Sheamus. They continue going back and forth, and we get to the end where Cesaro manages to apply a sharpshooter on Truth, but he get on Goldust, but Truth saves it. He tries to get a tag. He tags in, clears Sheamus off the apron, clears house. Lie detector, but no good. Charging Singer Splash, which Cesaro dodges. Truth crashes in the corner. And Cesaro rolls him up with a handful of tights. And Sheamus and Cesaro win the match. And become the number one contenders for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, fuck Cesaro. I hope they fucking lose.
Cesaro with the...
This match made me not want them to win.
Nation is 3. All right.
Make him go to fucking hell, for all I care.
So let's see here. So, we'll do, let's see. Cesaro got that final victory, so we'll do Sheamus first. So Sheamus is going to get the 8 points. He's going to get 5 for moves. It's 13. And he's going to get 15 points for being on the winning team. Is 28 points. Yeah. 28 points to Sheamus. Which is 101, 111, 119. And Cesaro got the final win, so Cesaro is going to get 20 points for winning the match. He's going to get 10 for winning a specialty match, is 30. The standard 8 is 38. And he had 7 moves, is 45 points to Cesaro.
Fuck Cesaro.
Puts him at 148. All right. So follow this, we throw in a commercial, and we come back to Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. They go back and forth to beat each other up. A lot of great back and forth between these guys. They put on a good match. Rollins escapes at least 3 different coquina clutches. Joe manages to... Joe picks Rollins off the turnbuckle, and the top of the turnbuckle comes off with him. And Joe manages to counter a Rollins maneuver with the wrist lock, shoving him chest first into the exposed turnbuckle. And the referee goes to put the pad back on, but Samoa Joe stops him and throws Seth's chest first into the exposed turnbuckle, again getting himself disqualified. Surprised, I thought there'd be a fuck Joe right there.
More like fuck WWE.
Anyway,
They keep having him like fucking get like disqualified and shit. What the fuck? And then he doesn't even win the goddamn matches. What the hell?
So that's a
Samoa response.
Yeah, it sucks. They should use Joe better. So Samoa Joe has a DQ loss. So he's just going to get the standard 5 points for showing up plus his moves. Let me scroll down here. His moves are 4, so that's 9 points to Joe. $95. Seth Rollins wins the match by unintentional disqualification.
So no points to Rollins. We're moving on.
Correct. No points. No points for an unintentional DQ win. So Rollins will get 5 points for competing in the match. And Rollins had 12 move points because he evaded 3 coquina clutches plus his own 6 moves. So 17 points to Rollins for that. Which is, puts him at an even 170. After this, Joe throws Seth into the exposed turnbuckle a third time. Then put his head into the turnbuckle and locking the coquina clutch on. And basically chokes the crap out of him. And finally letting it go after Rollins has passed out, saying it's over when he says it's over. So out of match assault to Samoa Joe.
And a move point.
And I included that as move points from the match. For the sake of not forgetting about it. All right. So we go to a commercial. And we are joined by Neville. Who comes out to the commentary desk for the next match. Commentary points to Neville. Neville. $42. All right. The match in question is Gentleman Jack Gallagher versus TJP, with Neville mentioning the stipulation that there was a video on Facebook where he promised TJP that if he could beat Jack Gallagher tonight, he would give him a title shot. So TJP and Jack Gallagher have the back and forth match you would expect them to have. Great back and forth action. We come to the end as Gallagher ends up whipped into the corner, does his headstand and kick. Perkins catches him and goes for the fireman's carry and sets up the fireman's carry for the detonation kick. Jack manages to slip out and tries to roll up Perkins from behind, but Perkins reverses the roll up into one of his own and gets the victory. So, Jack Gallagher competed in the match, and he had a lot of moves, and Perkins did not have a lot of moves, which is unfortunate. So Jack Gallagher had a total of 9 move points, and 5 for competing is 14 points Gallagher. And TJ Perkins gets 20 points for winning. He gets 5 for competing. And as far as I can gather, he didn't have any moves.
He didn't have a single move? Really?
Not according to this recap, no.
Fuck's sake.
He evaded a lot of shit. He put Jack into the steps with the drop toe hold. He did hit with a slingshot senton atomico, and I have no idea what that is. But it's not on his move list as far as I could tell. There was a cross-leg butterfly lock, which is not on his move list. And then Gallagher beat the crap out of him, and the ending ended with a roll-up. So, 25 points to TJ Perkins. Excuse me. It's TJ Perkins at an even 200. After the match, he gets back in the ring and chop blocks Jack Gallagher, hits him with some hamstring kicks, and just beats the crap out of him, and then applies the TJP clutch.
So he does get a move point.
A post-match move point, yes. He breaks up and gets up when Austin Aries hits the ring in a knee brace, punches in a box of the ears on the apron, neck breaker over the middle rope, and Perkins bails out. So Perkins gets 4 for an assault and 1 for a finish, with 5 more points to TJ Perkins. 2-0. Puts Perkins at 205. Oh, nobody reacted.
I did. I did this.
I can't see you. The chart is up.
Not my problem.
Yes, it is. Because nobody at home can see you either, because the chart is up.
Dun, dun, dun.
They can see me in the corner, can't they?
Mm-mm.
For that matter, you could see me in the corner if you actually looked.
I have the chart up because I'm scoring.
Oh, well, that's true.
Dumb shit. Anyway, let's continue on. Austin Aries
Austin Aries points.
Yeah, Austin Aries gets some assault points. We'll throw 4 assault points to him. That's fine.
And a
What's it-
signature point.
For what?
The hand clap, that's a signature move. He uses it a
Okay.
lot.
173 then.
Have you not been giving me signature points for that?
I probably have. I just don't know off the top of my head right now. Anyway, Sasha Banks is walking backstage, throw to commercial, and come back for Alicia Fox.
Yeah, I don't have time for that shit. Keep going.
Versus Sasha Banks. And they have a back and forth match. Sasha gets a pinfall off the Meteora.
Okay, then.
Alicia gets 5 for competing and 2 move points. Is 7. Is 53. And then Sasha gets, let's see here, 20 for competing, 5 for winning, and 6 move points. Is 25, and 6 is 31 points to Sasha. The hell is she? Which 30 would be 109. All right. The replay shows that Alicia Fox seemed to have her shoulder up during the pinfall count, but the ref was in a bad position and couldn't see it. So, throw to commercial and we come back. Miz comes out to commentary. 5 points to the Miz. And our main event is Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. They beat each other up in a hellacious beatdown match. Said match ends as the two brawl around the outside, and Miz clips Ambrose from behind with the title belt while the ref isn't paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Wyatt rolls him in, hits him with a Sister Abigail, and boom. Bray Wyatt wins your main event. So, Dean Ambrose has 8 move points, so 5 for competing, 4 for the main event is 9, and 8 move points is 17 points to Dean Ambrose. It's 36, and it is 144. And Bray Wyatt gets 20 points for winning, 9 for being in and winning the main event is 29, 5 for regular competition is 34, and Bray Wyatt had 9 move points, so that's 43 to Bray Wyatt. Puts Bray at 173. And the top 10.
Tying him with Austin Aries.
Following the match, Miz announces Bray as the winner and heads in the ring to beat up Dean himself with some punches and a rake of the eyes. He stands over him with the mic in the title, telling Dean that next week he'll be wearing the title, and the whole world, including this godforsaken country, will have to look at him as Intercontinental Champion and say, awesome. So Miz gets 4 assault points, and I'm going to throw him a mini promo for that. So that's
And a
7
foreign
points to the
object
Miz.
use. Foreign
Yes.
object use.
Yes, I hear you. So 4, 3 is 7, and 3, yeah, so 10. Okay. 140 then. Okay. And thus ends Raw.
Yeah, fuck Raw.
Let's go see where we're at. Go to the refresh. All right, and the scores are as follows. Still in the lead at 2450 is Team Extreme, followed closely at 2321, just over 100 points away, by the Certified Balor Club, and at 1661 is Team Apocalypse.
Dude. Yeah.
They were all the same day. What are you talking about? It's a Groundhog Day.
Heh. All right, let's go to SmackDown.
Yep. I am the main event.
Are you?
I am. Sammy's not a factor. Are you kidding me? It's a fucking jobber. Unfortunately.
Still, there's a lot of dudes in that main event.
Yeah, and I own all of them. Every single one, except for Sammy. He's the only one in that match that's not on my roster.
Huh, look at that. Okay.
Because remember, I'm every major feud on SmackDown right now except the women's. And that match was every major feud on SmackDown except the women's.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, and the tag. But I had the tag match too, so yeah. So I had Breezango against glorified jobbers. I mean, Ascension.
Anyway. So, we open the program with Randy Orton, who says that Payback, he didn't lose because of Bray Wyatt or because of that damn refrigerator. He lost because Jinder Mahal stuck his nose where it didn't belong. Where he comes from, you have to win a match to become champion. And at Backlash, that's exactly what he's going to do. Enter Jinder, flanked by the Singh brothers, saying he didn't take anything. He didn't steal anything. He simply took... Yeah, there's apparently an error. Apparently, Jinder didn't review his own promo before he came out. But
Yeah,
anyway. But he presented the photos that he took of him with the belt, and now he's talking about wearing the title proudly in India, where they'll build a statue in his likeness. At which point, people won't disrespect him, and he'll cleanse our ignorance with his greatness. And at Backlash, a new age begins, the age of the Maharaja. He says he's going to speak to his people in his native Punjabi, but he gets interrupted by Kevin Owens, who says they both need to stop this crap right now, because no one cares about India, the House of Horrors, or England. The only thing they should care about is the United States champion and new face of America, Kevin Owens, because last week he didn't just regain the title, he ended Chris Jericho's career. That means no more Y2J, no more stupid idiot, no more drinking it in, no more list of Jericho, but that's all done thanks to him. Jericho couldn't even last 2 hours on SmackDown because of him, and at Backlash he's going to end another career, that of AJ Styles. And once that's done, he's not just going to be the U.S. champion and the new face of America, he's going to be gunning for the WWE Championship because he's going to be the face of WWE. He repeats again for the slow people in the crowd and then says it again in French just because he can. Enter AJ Styles, who says KO is delusional, talking about Backlash, but this is SmackDown, the house that AJ Styles built. Keep bragging about what you did to Jericho, but with all due respect, he's no AJ Styles, and neither is Kevin Owens. So enjoy being the new face of America while you can, because you'll never be the face of SmackDown. Enter Baron Corbin, who says with all this Backlash talk, they're forgetting about one very important name. And Corbin is immediately blindsided by Sami Zayn. AJ then attacks Kevin Owens, and a brawl breaks out all over the arena. Orton pulls Jinder out for a rope hung DDT, but he's saved by the Singh brothers. And the brawls break up as we throw to commercial. So, promo points for all those people.
And assault points to all those people.
Yeah. So, 5 for the promo and 4 for the assault. So, that's 9. So, let's go in order. 9 to Randy Orton.
10 to Randy Orton. Well, no, I guess he didn't actually pull the move off.
He didn't pull it off. There's an escape to Jinder. Well, Jinder didn't even get an escape because the Singh brothers did it. He didn't, so.
Fucking Singh brothers.
So 9 points to Randy Orton.
Fucking Singh brothers cost me a point on 2 fronts. What the fuck?
Anyway.
Damn you, John.
See, again, I get a couple points, and it's like, damn it,
Your people are supposed to be helping me, man.
I can't win.
Anyway, points to Jinder Mahal.
Yep. Oh,
130.
oh.
Let's see. Points to KO. Wake up.
Talk faster.
No.
Oh, there's your answer.
So Kevin Owens loses all his points.
Fuck you.
Yes, let the hate flow through you.
Anyway, no, Kevin Owens gets 9 points, so that'll push him over the top to 235 right there. And then who came after him? AJ Styles. Gets 9. That'll be 134.
AJ Styles.
And then Baron Corbin gets 9. So that'll put him at 100 even. And Sami Zayn didn't say anything, so Sami Zayn just gets 4 for the assault.
Mm-hmm.
16. Okay. So we go to a break and we come back to a break where everybody in the opening, we've been informed that everybody in the opening is going to be in the main event. And we have the New Winch Order in the ring. Ellsworth orders the crowd to get on one knee because they don't deserve to stand on the same level as them. All right, close your mouths because no one wants to see your British teeth. Carmel then introduces their leader, Natalia. It comes out. Naomi then makes an entrance and asks London to make some noise, and she introduces Becky Lynch in a large manner herself. Before the match can get underway, though, Charlotte Flair comes out and doesn't need someone to introduce her because she doesn't need an introduction. Woo! So our match is Becky Lynch versus Natalia with everybody else in their respective corners. So accompaniment points to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that in a minute. All right. So, Natalia wins the match by pinfall. After Tamina gets involved in the apron, Naomi counters her, and Charlotte yanks Naomi back, and in the confusion, Natalia managed to roll up Becky. So, Natalia, let's go Becky first. Becky they each had 1 point, so Becky will get 6 for competing.
All right.
That's right, 23. And then Natalia won the match, so she's going to get herself 20 for winning, 5 for competing, and 1 for her move. Is 26 to her, which puts at 76 for Natalia. And then a couple of points to everybody else around. Technically interference to Tamina.
Woo! Oh yeah, that's right. I have Tamina, don't I?
Yep, we throw her to you.
Wow, I have one person on SmackDown Women's. Okay.
Yep. So Tamina gets interference, which is a 6. And then the accompaniment, which is another 5. So 11 points to Tamina.
Woohoo!
What's her at? 40. And then we're going to get accompaniment to Carmella. Is 5. That's 29. James Ellsworth is at 36. Naomi, who attacked Tamina and technically also got involved in the match, so she gained interference. So that's 6, and then the 5 is 11 for her, so that's 112. And then Charlotte will also get points.
Mm-hmm.
That's 85. Okay.
Also, fuck WWE, because Tamina should be like the Nia Jax of SmackDown, and I'm not just saying that because they're related.
Yeah.
But seriously, she should be, because she's the biggest, strongest one there, except for maybe Charlotte, but who cares about her? And I still think she could probably outpower Charlotte.
Yeah.
But no, they're just not using her because fuck WWE.
Mm-hmm. So, we cut backstage after a commercial and a Lana vignette.
Lana.
And Charlotte yells at Naomi saying she's the reason Becky lost. She argues back, and Becky comes up to yell at both of them. Naomi says if Flair keeps this up, she's going to snatch her bald. Charlotte asks if she's going to glow on her. Becky says if they keep fighting amongst themselves, they're just going to keep getting their butts handed to them, and they have to outbond them and have a trios match. Naomi is up for the bonding, but Charlotte's only in because she's the greatest at bonding. So, promo to those three. And Becky Lynch. And Naomi. 17. Okay. We then cut to the back for a very special British edition of the Fashion Files. Dun, dun.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to Breezango backstage. Fandango is dressed like Sherlock Holmes, and Fandango's dressed like Sherlock Holmes, and Tyler Breeze is dressed like a stereotypical British police officer. They're in the hallway, and Fandango gives Breeze a cheerio, but Fandango says that he already had his breakfast. Breeze says he already had his breakfast. Sorry. They spot face paint in the hallway and track it down the hallway, saying it makes no sense. The Uggos haven't worn face paint in months. But face paint is a major fashion faux pas. They track it to a door where there's a lot of grunting inside, and they scream, "Let her go, you maniac," and break the door down, only to reveal it's the Ascension hitting each other in the chest, hyping each other up. They slowly back out and close the door. Fandango mentions that the Ascension case is back open, and Breeze says he's getting too old for this shit.
So promo points to Breezango.
An appearance to Ascension.
I suppose.
All right, Fandango promo 6. Tyler Breeze 31. And Victor and Connor.
Also, do not like the Ascension's new look. Didn't like their old look, don't like the new one.
Okay, then.
Yeah, they need to completely just write them off of TV and repackage them or fire them. One of the two.
Mm. So we go to commercial and come back for Eric Rowan versus Luke Harper.
I'm disappointed that this match, that people weren't more into this match, because I felt Rowan and Harper deserved a better reaction. Because Because this was actually a pretty damn good match.
Mhm.
Also, can Luke Harper get an OMG for that drop kick? Because holy shit. Yes, that's right, John. If you didn't watch the match, Luke
I
Harper
didn't.
did like a Randy Orton drop kick to Eric Rowan.
Nice.
I was like, what the fuck? Someone that big should not be able to do a Randy Orton drop kick. I'm sorry. But he did it, and it looked good. He got the height on it, and it didn't look sloppy. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Can I get an OMG for that?
And Eric Rowan ran into it because he was in the process of a body avalanche.
Yeah, these two put on a hell of a match.
They did. They put on a great match. They went back and forth for a while. At one point, they ended up outside the ring, and Rowan consulted his sheep mask for advice on what to do.
Also, am I the only one who likes face look Luke Harper?
Yeah, since they changed out his tank top to one that's not filthy and pulled his hair back, he looks good.
Yeah, they like slicked his hair back, put it into like a almost like a ponytail type thing, and they cleaned up his beard. And
it's a man bun.
it wasn't a bun; it was pulled back into like it's one. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's like the ponytail that's lays on like his actual hair, and he's got his hair going down.
Okay.
Man bun is what Joey Richter has, where it's like literally a bun on top of his head.
Mm. Anyway,
I thought he looked good. I was like, okay, that's a
He
great
did.
face look for him.
so the match ends when Eric Rowan gets his mask, and then he puts a thumb into Luke Harper's eye as the referee is taking the mask away and putting it back, and then hits him with what the reviewer describes as a swinging world's strongest slam.
And Jed Humans his finishing move, and fuck you, Jim.
What?
You have Eric Rowan.
Oh, yeah. Run.
He's not Bray Wyatt.
No, but he's a member of the Wyatt family. It counts. He's Bray's representative on SmackDown.
I guess.
Anyway, Luke Harper's going to get some points for competing in this match here. Specifically, he's going to get 5 of them, and 3 for his moves is 8 points to Luke Harper.
I don't get the OMG points for that beautiful drop kick.
I'm not giving you OMG points for a drop kick.
Oh.
Eric Rowan won the match, 20 for winning, 5 for competing is 25. And he actually had about 12 moves all total.
Wow.
Because he had 3 counters of attempts at Harper moves, plus his own 6 moves. So that's 25, that's 35, that's 37 points to Eric Rowan. $75, 82. Okay. So they throw a commercial and we come back to Dolph Ziggler making his way to the ring. He called the crowd hypocrites. He says, 8 long years, and it seems like 12. He's been coming into the ring and doing what he does, sometimes twice a night. He's been world champion, headline pay-per-views. Damn it, he's a movie star. But does anybody appreciate him? No. We treat him like a contagious disease, but who do we cheer for? Nakamura. Nakamura. He says it's hypocritical to cheer a man who's never had a match on SmackDown. His music hits and and we lose our mind and we sing along just like we're supposed to. He says he suffers for his art in the ring, but he sure as hell doesn't call himself the artist. That's pathetic. He's the strongest man that ever set foot in the ring because everything he did by himself and never needed any of us. We never cared, but we sure as hell will now. He calls out Nakamura, who obligingly comes down to the ring. They have a stare down. He tells him to cut the theatrics. It's been almost a month of him sashaying down in the ring, and if he's going to be toe-to-toe with Dolph, it's time to either put up or... Shinsuke takes his mic away and tells Ziggler to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see what he can do? Get a referee, and he'll show you now. Nakamura takes his jacket off, and a referee does come down, but Dolph nopes it and leaves, saying he's going to expose him for the fraud that he is at Backlash.
And then turns around and hits him anyway.
Dolph throws his jacket at Shinsuke and then gets on him with a sleeper. Nakamura fights out, strike rush, and then some knees on the mat. Ducks a lariat, big boot, and Ziggler bails. Dolph makes like he's going to get back in, but he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So promo to those two, and I guess assault to Nakamura.
Yeah, but I would also like to teach him wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong.
You're off key. What's your point?
Nakamura is still the king of strong style
Okay.
because the commentators actually called him that.
Okay. So Dolph Ziggler is going to get himself 5 points. And then 4 for the assault scuffle is 69. Shinsuke Nakamura gets 5 points for showing up. 4 for the assault is 9. Puts him at 32. All right. We go to the backstage where Sami Zayn is in the locker room with AJ and Randy, talking about how historic their team up is and how they have to win. He wants to discuss strategy and says, what do Vipers do? They strike hard and strike fast and strike first. So Orin's their heavy artillery. For AJ, nobody knows KO better than Sami does, so he'll brief Styles later about that. And he wants to get them on the same wavelength. He closes his eyes and visualizes the win, saying, picture it with me. And hear it in your mind, the winners, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn. Can you hear it, guys? And he opens his eyes, the camera pans back out, and the other two have left.
Also, I would like to point out when he's talking about what do Vipers do, he goes, did you actually see this bit, Jim?
Yes.
Because you kind of messed it up. Because he goes, they strike hard, they strike fast, and they what? And Orange just like looking at him like, the fuck are you on about? And the only thing that went through my mind at that point in time, and I'm sure that was the intent, was they wanted everyone to think this was, and out of nowhere. Because Sammy has the pause. He goes, that's right, they strike first. I'm like, no, but they also strike out of nowhere. Come on, you missed the opportunity.
Anyway, promo points to these three.
Indeed.
And Sammy, Randy, and Sammy.
Sammy.
Go to commercial, and we come back to a vignette reminding us that the New Day are coming soon. And an awesome video game style promo where each of the other tag teams on SmackDown is called Booty before the player finally selects the New Day.
So the question is, are they going to come back as face or heel?
It's the New Day, their face.
I don't know. They started as heels.
They did, but they turned them face because they were too popular.
It's true. It's
damn true. Anyway, we go to a tag team match playa between Breezango and the Ascension. And Breezango win this after a super kick to the knee, take out to Fandango. Connor is taken care of, and Fandango finishes off with the last dance on Victor. Oh. So, the Ascension didn't really do fuck all.
No.
Connor did get 1 point for a move. So Victor will get 5 and Connor will get 6. And then Connor is up here. He's going to get 6. the hell is he, Connor? 14. And then Breezango, let's see, Fandango won the match. So Tyler Breeze gets 15 points for being on the winning team. He gets 5 for competing as 20, and 1 for his move is 21. Yes, 51 is 52. Fandango won the match. He's going to get 20 points for winning, 5 for competing, and 1 for his move is 26 to Fandango. Me, 62. All right. The Uggos then come out and cut a promo on Breezango.
It was a terrible promo, too.
They ain't going down like that. They get beat down, knocked down, slapped out. You two better watch each other's backs, tan each other's backs, shave each other's backs, wax each other's backs, rub each other's backs, kiss each other's backs, lick each other's backs, paint each other's backs, all manner of things they can do to their backs, basically.
Wow.
Because it was a terrible fucking promo.
It was a horrible fucking promo. Because in 12 days, they're going to feel those goosebumps. Their heads are going to feel like they're on a swivel, but it's not paranoia. It's the Usos.
It's basically the Usos tried to do heel Enzo and Cass and failed miserably.
Basically.
Because one of them, 12 days. I'm like, you're not fucking Enzo with, how you doing? How you doing? No! You can't do that! It doesn't work with you guys. It just makes you sound stupid.
Yep. But promo points to the Uggos nonetheless.
Yeah. And it makes me sad because I know the Usos are actually pretty good on the mic. But that was fucking terrible.
Yep. All right. Go to commercial, and we come back. There's a quick promo from the Brian Kendrick to Hype 205 Live.
So promo points to Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, we'll throw Kendrick some promo points. Mojo Rawley gives some kids a tour backstage. Shows off his Andre the Giant statue and tells a story about Andre.
Who you probably never met.
Jim, are you there?
Yep, and they show off the statue.
Okay.
So, promo to Mojo Rawley. After this, we cut to Rusev, who quotes a promo about his declaration to walk if he doesn't get a title shot at Money in the Bank, saying that Shane McMahon has refused to contact him and give him a response. He says that's even worse than telling him no. And so he said he wants an answer, and he's going to come get one next week on SmackDown. Promo to Rusev.
Yay, John is going to get Rusev points next week.
He's going to show up probably.
He's going to get Rusev. he's going to get Rusev points right now for that promo.
Yeah.
He is. I'm saying he's going to get more than just promo points next week, probably.
I'm going to get one extra for appearance.
Actually,
No,
Rusev,
he's probably going to beat someone up and probably have a match if he's cleared.
I don't know if he'd have a match.
Hi, Jim. Good to see you.
Hi. Actually, no, Rusev's on nobody's roster. We put him on the inactive.
Oh.
So he doesn't actually. John doesn't actually have Rusev. Rusev is nobody.
So you're going to give floating promo points to him until someone takes him.
Basically.
Which might be a good idea to draft him someone since he's coming back now.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens next week. That'll be next week.
Okay. Rusev Machka. Rusev Crash.
All right. We go to a commercial and come back for our main event match of AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin, Jinder Mahal, and Kevin Owens. It's a long match. They all beat each other up. There's a lot of tags. The match ends with the usual parade of finishers and ends as Randy Orton RKOs the hell out of Kevin Owens, but Jinder was the legal man and nails Orton with a Cobra Clutch slam for the win. Ah,
What?
you making loud noises.
Sorry, I had to plug in. My headset was
So
making loud
mute.
noises at me.
So mute first. Fucking rude. Anyway. So, we'll do the faces first since they all lost. I'd say this is 5
Wrong
for
tab.
What?
Wrong tab.
I'm aware of that. Wasn't even on the document at the time. I'm on the Word one with the scores. Anyway, as I was saying, we'll do the faces first. So standard on this is 5 for competing and 4 for being in the main event. So it's 9 to start out with. Styles had 3 moves, so 12 points to AJ. What's about 151? And then Orton had 4, so 9. 13 to Orton.
Orton.
Orton. And then Sami Zayn had 3, so 12 points to Zayn. $133. And then on the heel side, let's see here. So Baron
Corbin.
Baron Corbin has 8 move points, so he's going to get 15 for being on the winning team. He's going to get the standard 9, which is going to put him at 24. And then 8 points is going to put him at 32 points to Baron Corbin.
Lone Wolf.
It's at 132. Then we've got Kevin Owens, who's going to get the standard 9. He's going to get 15 for being on the winning team. Is again 24. And then he had 5 moves, is 29 points to KO. Is 55, and 9 is 264. And then Jinder Mahal won the match, so he will receive 20 points for winning the match. He will receive 9. The standard, he will receive the standard 9 is 29. Another 5 for actually competing is 34. And 2 moves is 36 points to the Maharaja. Let's see about 166.
Wait, shouldn't he be getting more points? Because doesn't winning the match give you more points than just being on the winning team?
It does. He got 20 for that. He got 5 for competing is 25.
Because it sounded like you said the people who were on the winning team got 20 points. So it sounded to me like they all got the same amount of points.
No, the other two got the other two got 15 points each, and then 9 for competing in a match and competing in the main event, which put them at 24 plus their moves.
Okay, fair enough.
Jinder Mahal had 20 for winning. He has 5 for competing is 25. Then he has 9 for being in the main event and winning the main event.
Fair enough.
34, and then he had 2 moves is 36, which puts him at 166.
Fair enough. And then the Bollywood Boys.
Oh
and Jinder Mahal back in the top 10.
Oh,
now the Bollywood Boys.
And the Bollywood Boys, yep, they're down here somewhere. They'll get accompaniment, which is 5.
Did they interfere at all?
No,
Oh, wait. Couldn't remember.
not that I can recall. No, wait, they might have. I better double check. Let me see. No. Yes. Or
Now have
Yeah.
fun figuring out which one interfered.
they both did.
Damn it. Damn you, WWE.
He Orton snapped DDT'd KO and then had to stop to remove the Singh brothers. And gets caught. Sammy then with the blue thunder bomb. Corbin with the choke breaker. The finisher parade continues. So both of the Singh brothers interfered. So both of the Singh brothers will get themselves an extra. What's interference? 6. So 38. And 38 for you. All right.
Damn you, WWE. We need to force Jim to be able to tell them apart.
WWE probably can't tell them apart.
Yeah. That's the show, folks, for the SmackDown. So let's go ahead and hit the scores.
Fair enough.
All right. Still in the lead at 27-18.
Damn.
Team Extreme, followed by Certified Battle Club at 24-26. And at 17-76
I'm
is
independent.
the Apocalypse. You are.
The words of our generation, up yours.
Is that the words of your generation?
No, not really.
Lies. All lies.
The words of our generation would be suck it, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. And finally, the 205 Live.
2 matches. Let's go.
Yep.
Should take all of 5 minutes.
Yep. All right. So we open up with a promo.
Come on.
It involves 4 people.
Yeah. No, Neville comes out. Neville. And let me scroll down here. Here we go. Okay.
Spit it out, Jim.
Sorry, it's not in here right. Anyway. So we open the promo. Jack Gallagher comes out to the ring, dressed in his lovely suit. And he recaps recent events and invites Austin Aries out, praising Aries' good deed in saving him on Raw, and offers him a toast. Gallagher pours some beers into beer glasses. And they hold up their beers, and the two of them toast. The crowd start chanting Carlton. And Gallagher sings for He's a Jolly Good Fellow, but they are cut off by Neville's music, which apparently surprised Gallagher, who went, bloody hell! Bloody hell? Neville runs down Gallagher and the crowd for being fake and weak. He says he says his country sucks. Gallagher says their country's great. TJP comes in, bum rushes Aries from out of nowhere, and a 4-way scuffle ensues. Gallagher takes a barricade bump. Big brawl, they beat the hell out of each other. Gallagher and TJP square off in the ring. TJP takes a beer to the face, and then that headbutt. Neville swarms in and gets the best of Gallagher before Aries runs in for the save. The heels get driven out, and Gallagher and Aries finish their toast.
I do have to say I agree with Neville.
Mm.
Their country kind of sucks. I mean, they allowed Brexit to happen, and I'm not saying our country's any better. I mean, we have Trump as a president, so yeah, no, we're not any better.
Yeah,
But
I would say
still.
I would say ours is significantly worse.
No, because the British, by allowing Brexit to happen, have given them carte blanche to be like super fucking racist. Whereas, yeah, okay, Trump's our president. Yeah, some racists have come out, but the majority of Americans are still like, yeah, no, Trump's a fucking idiot, and no, we're not going to be assholes to people that aren't white. So fuck ya.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sorry, the British are worse just because they will do that, and it's like, oh come on, that doesn't give you the right to be fucking racist. I'm sorry. That's why Americans are better, because we know better.
I disagree.
Well,
don't trash talk the British. At least they're not the Welsh.
true.
Welsh have a way better flag, though.
Also true. He's right. He's right. They're
Yeah,
both right.
Yeah, but the Welsh gave us Mason Ryan.
The Philippines are better. They gave us Batista.
Yeah.
There you go.
They gave us TJ Perkins.
And that too.
Which reminds me, he has a point.
Yes, he does.
So all these people are going to get promo points and assault points, and Gallagher's getting a headbutt point.
Okay, then.
So, Jack Gallagher, promo and headbutt is 6 to Gallagher. Let me go back over to the right chart. Here we go. 6 to Gallagher. It's 3, puts him at 123. And wait a minute. Back that up. 5 for the promo, 4 for an assault at a point. That's 10 to Jack Gallagher. And then it's going to be 9 to Austin Aries. $182. And then Neville gets 9 points. Puts him at 151. And then TJ Perkins bum rushed didn't actually talk, so he's just going to get the assault points for 4.
Damn it, Perkins, you had one job.
So we cut backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Where Rich Swann can't believe that Alicia Fox is still with Noam Dar and that he's still with her.
He can't handle that?
Dar's resolute promises revenge on Rich Swann. So, promo points to Alicia, Dar, and Swann. No, wait, that should be an 8. Yeah. And then Noam Dar. Fine. And Rich Swann. Okay. Then we have our first match of the night. The premier athlete Tony Nese versus Mustafa Ali. They have a great back and forth match. And the match ends with Ali getting the advantage. Ali manages to escape over the top from an attempted pump handle suplex, executes a tornado DDT, and nails the inverted 450 for the win.
Yay.
So, and the guy messed up at the end of them. That's funny. Anyway, so Tony Nese is going to get 5 for competing and 2 for moves. There's 7 points to Tony Nese. It's 26. And then Mustafa Ali gets 20. 5 for competing is 25. And 6 move points is 31 points to Mustafa Ali.
Was that 3 moves and an escape?
Yes.
Fair
He
enough.
escaped that pump handle thing going into the end.
Yep.
So what did I just say? 31. To Mustafa Ali. 92, 102, 112, and 1 is 113. All right. We cut backstage where Arya Daivari is showing off that he's considerably richer than you. He tries to run this on Tozawa, who haws him away. So promo to Daivari and Tozawa. It's 5. So that's 342. Okay. And our main event match, the Brian Kendrick versus Akira Tozawa. Supposedly the blow off to their feud.
We shall see.
They go back and forth and have a great match. Tozawa working the crowd. Kendrick hits a sliced bread 2 off of the steel steps onto the floor. Which is nice. A nice suicide dive. The UK crowd gets behind Tozawa.
And
there's a nice exchange where we get near the end here, and Tozawa hits a big senton. He escapes the captain's hook. There's an exchange of kicks, and Kendrick goes for the sliced bread 2.0. But as he's coming down from it, Tozawa actually flips over, rolls it through into a roll up, and takes the victory.
okay then.
So the Brian Kendrick gets points for competing and being in the main event. That's 9. And then another 6 for moves. Is 15 points to Kendrick. Yeah, 60 puts him at 69. And Akira Tozawa gets 20 for winning. He gets 9 for being in and winning the main event is 29. 5 for competing is 34. And he also had 6 move points, is an even 40 points to Akira Tozawa.
Fuck you, Tozawa.
82. Following the match, Brian is livid after the match and beats the shit out of Tozawa. Culminates in him being trapped between the steel steps. As Brian beats him down, grabs a microphone screaming, "That's it! I'm through with you! This is the final lesson! Nobody messes with the Brian Kendrick!" He then jams the microphone into Tozawa's mouth for the extra lick of heel heat. So assault and mini promo for Brian.
And foreign object use?
Yeah. So 4. What's a foreign object? 3? Yeah.
3.
So 4 and 3 is 7. And then mini promo is another 3, so 10. That puts him at 79. All right. Now let's go to the final scores. All right. In the lead this week at 27.87 is Team Extreme, followed by the Certified Balor Club at 24.88. And at 18.05 is Team Apocalypse. And 188. All right. Let's go to the leaderboards. Still at the top is Kevin Owens at 264.
Damn right.
Followed closely by Sabas 222, Alexa Bliss. Followed by TJ Perkins at 209. Finn Balor at 185. Couple points ahead of Akira Tozawa at 182. Austin Aries also at 182. And Jeff Hardy also at 182.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt coming in at 173, followed by Chris Jericho at 171, and Seth Rollins just a point behind him at 170.
How the hell did Jericho manage to stay in the top 10 when he's like not there anymore?
I don't know, but he did. And had there not been that three-way tie up there, if you were counting those in one position, then Jinder Mahal at 166 and Braun Strowman at 156 would still be in there. So there we go.
Wild and woolly week of wrestling.
Indeed, that's our program, folks. As per the usual, we will see you next time. Thank you, too, for joining me.
You're welcome.
Well,
I'm James Phoenix. Peace.